Ever feel like the old rules for building a career just don't apply anymore? Like the roadmap you were given is, well, gone. You are definitely not alone. The world's changing at lightning speed. Today, we're diving into Jürgen Sollenbacher's Guide to Creative Personal Branding. It's basically a new map, one designed to help you not just survive, but totally thrive in this new reality. So let's get right into it. This question from the book, yeah, it probably hits close to home, right? It's that feeling of uncertainty so many of us are living in. You feel overwhelmed by all the chaos, but at the same time, you can just sense that there are massive opportunities right around the corner if you only knew where to look. And hey, if you're already feeling this, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell too. It's a huge help and it means we can keep making these explainers on big ideas just for you. Okay, so to really find the solution, we first have to get our heads around the problem. So let's put a name to this new landscape we're all trying to navigate, the age of uncertainty. This image, it perfectly captures that feeling, doesn't it? That tangled career path. We are all part of what Salembacher calls the generation of uncertainty, and we're all asking the exact same question. What's next? So our goal today is to help untangle that line and find a clear path forward. And here's a big reason it feels so chaotic. We're living at what the book calls an absurd speed. Think about it. We're all in this global competition where the rules are constantly shifting, and it demands more and more from us, with way less room for error. And that brings us to this really interesting modern paradox. Life today is kind of like a giant supermarket, There are more choices than ever before, but all that choice, it often just leads to paralysis, not happiness. It's like walking in for an apple and somehow leaving with a banana, not even sure how it happened. This quote just frames the whole challenge perfectly. We can either get pushed around by all this change, or we can learn to embrace it. And that's the key, really. Seeing change not as a threat, but as an invitation to find some new, incredible opportunities. So how in the world did we get here? Well, to understand where we are now, we've got to look back at 3 key events from a single year that basically changed everything. Let's go back in time. The year is 1990. In just a few months, 3 things happened that seemed totally unrelated, but they perfectly symbolize the forces of change we're still feeling today. A World Cup final, a legendary rock concert, and the very first whisper of the modern internet. Each of these was a sign of what was coming. The World Cup, it showed us a future of intense, worldwide competition. The concert in Berlin, that was a celebration of old walls and structures literally crumbling down. And the internet, well, that was the spark that was about to erase distance and time, connecting everyone, everywhere. Now, these powerful shifts didn't just change our world, they created an entirely new kind of global marketplace. Welcome to the creative economy. This is it. This is the creative economy. A new reality where the most valuable resources aren't factories or oil, they're ideas, knowledge, and creativity. Today, real value is generated from what's inside our own heads. So, what is it exactly? Well, the United Nations defines it as an economy where growth comes from creative assets. Now, why does this matter so much? Because it means that opportunity is no longer limited by physical stuff. A single great idea, if you execute it right, can now launch an entire global business. But to really thrive in this new economy, the old way of thinking just isn't enough. We need what the book calls hybrid thinking. It's all about combining that analytical, rational logic of the left brain with the empathetic, big-picture magic of the right brain. And this leads to a new kind of math. 1 + 1 no longer equals 2, it equals ×3. When we combine the logic of the left brain with the magic of the right, we don't just analyze what is, we start to imagine what could be. And that is the engine of all innovation. So how do you actually succeed in this brand new world? The answer isn't a new job title or a promotion. It's developing your new superpower, creative personal branding. And this is the core solution right here. Creative personal branding is a strategic method for managing yourself like a brand. It's about consciously and creatively figuring out your own what's next, where you want to go, the path to get there, and the people you want on that journey with you. And this whole thing is built on 4 really powerful pillars. First, you've got content, what you actually know, your expertise. Second is style, how you present that knowledge. Third, your beliefs, the why behind what you do. And finally, tact, how you connect and communicate with other people. But see, These 4 pillars aren't just for branding. They are the essential characteristics of the creative leaders we desperately need right now. We're talking about people who challenge the status quo, who create their own future, and who want to help others along the way. Okay, let's wrap all this up by bringing it back to the most important person in this whole equation: you. You know, if there's one single thing to take away from all this, it's Darwin's timeless wisdom. In a world that is defined by constant change, the single most important skill for survival and for success is adaptability. It's not about being the smartest or the strongest. It's about being the most ready to evolve. And that leaves us with this final, crucial question. The world is not going back to the way it was. So the real question isn't if you need to change anymore, it's how. Are you ready? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. If it sparked some new ideas for you, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into the concepts that are shaping our world. We'll see you in the next one.